welcome back to my channel. Chef Sarah here. How are you doing today? Yes, I'm Chef Sarah. I am a baker, a chef, a mom, a wife, and now I'm here on YouTube. And it's getting to be fall outside. And when I think of fall, I think of warm, cozy, just in the house, fun stuff. And what better way to have fun than to bake, right? So we're gonna make everything but the kitchen sink cookies. Everything but the kitchen sink. So I'm talking pecans, walnuts, caramel, chocolate, marshmallows, all that yumminess. So if that sounds good to you, keep on watching. So let's go in with our first two ingredients. We have our butter, our eggs. Oh, third ingredient, we have some sugar. So first things first, I want to cream my cream my butter and my sugar together. So for this recipe, I'm going to start off with a chocolate chip base, and it calls for 1 1/3 cup of butter. So 4 sticks is 2 cups. So 2 sticks is 1 cup, and 1/3 is 5.5 tablespoons. So our butter has been softened, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1/3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1/3. So about right here. And I'm gonna push this off to the side. So that is again 2 sticks of butter is 1 cup, and then 5 1/3 tablespoons is 1/3 cup. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna cream our butter and our sugar together. And I do believe that our recipe calls for, I better take this off because you know apple gets overheated. So it's a 1 1/4 cup of white sugar. I don't know why it feels like it's like little hairs in my nose. And 1. And cookies are very forgiving if you add a little bit more sugar. Right? Who's counting? It's 1 1/4 cup of granulated white sugar. Now brown sugar, it calls for 1 cup packed firm, but it's light brown. And what did I do with it? I just had it all right here. Right here. I'll put it back. And so I don't have light brown, but I do have dark brown, and it's gonna work just fine. It just has a little bit more molasses in our cookie. So with 1 cup of dark brown sugar, because that's all we have, and we want to use what we have at home. Because again, this is supposed to be fun. This is creating just memories, love, and joy, most importantly. And so while that is creaming, again, we're going to do a chocolate chip based cookie. And then we're going to load it up with all of our goodies. We're gonna go ahead and crack our eggs. They're not rolling. And we want to crack it in a separate bowl just to make sure we don't get any yolk, the eggshells, of course. Or we don't have a bad egg. Remember how your grandma said always put it in a separate bowl so you don't have any bad eggs? I don't know. Do bad eggs still exist? Kidding, I kid. While that is creaming together, I'm one of the ones who puts our vanilla inside of our eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and measure out my vanilla. Wash all the dishes and then you're like, oh, this stuff, and it's not back where it's supposed to be. You gotta love that. Here it is. No worries. That creamed perfectly, so we want to stop that. Look at that. You see that? That's awesome. So then you're gonna go 1, 2. Cool beans. And you know what? Let's add a little bit more for good measure. It's forgiven. I'm one of the ones who will scramble eggs, put that off to the side, and then we're gonna get our baking soda, our salt, and our flour together before we do that. Put the egg in, because I like to mix the egg and the flour together because there is no liquid in the actual mix. So our eggs are our actual liquid. And so we're gonna mix our dry ingredients first. Or, you know, you could always get your mise en place together, which is what you're supposed to do, but I like to break rules, so hey. 1. I don't know why my nose is itching. I swear my nose was not itching before I started filming. 2. I could have used the back of the knife to even it out. 3. Before okay, now we're gonna go in with our baking soda. Now this you do want to be precise about because it's a rising or leveling ingredient. And here it is. And just a pinch more for good measure. Always remember to add your salt. Don't omit salt from your recipe, especially when baking, because you cannot taste the sweetness of whatever it is you're making without the salt. So let's get this mixed on up. So you're going to alternate between your egg and your dry ingredients. And you just kind of want to You don't necessarily have to sift, but you want to kind of scoop it in, and we are going to need a handy dandy spatula. So again, this is our dough. We want to go ahead and get our creamed sugar and butter down, and we're gonna just scrape down the sides to make sure it's all incorporated. Then we're gonna go ahead and add in a little egg. So you want to kind of do this in 3 batches. So scraping down the sides as you go. And a little egg yolk. And a little flour. Okay, so now that you've gotten your egg, sugars, flours all mixed in, you want to go ahead and scrape your spatula. Now I know that the KitchenAid has a stir feature, which I'm not opposed to. Like I'm totally not opposed to it, but I want to do it by hand. I don't have the spatula attachment to my spatula, so like the bowl scraper attachment. KitchenAid, if you hear me, if you would like to send me that, that'd be a wonderful Christmas present or just a gift in general. But yeah, so going to scrape down the sides, and I'm going to fold in the things that I want. But also, I want my dough to get cold. So I'm trying to decide. I think I'm gonna, because I don't have, my fridge is a half fridge, I'm gonna have to put the bowl in the fridge for a little while and get it chilled, get the dough chilled, and then I'll scoop it out. Because I want some round, nice, crispy cookies. And I find that if you chill your dough, although you know they say have room temperature butter, which is perfect for spreading the dough and all the things, I want to, or cremming the dough and all the things, I'm sorry, I would like to not have that type of a cookie. I don't want a like chewy cookie. I want a nice crispy, nice mellow type of cookie. So we're gonna just wipe off our counter. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab some different, some nice little toppings. So I have two half bags of chopped pecans, some walnuts, some Keith bar, which let me taste. I love toffee. Irresistible, and some semi-sweet chocolate chips. And I don't want to overdo my my dough. So what I'm gonna do is I still want to be able to taste cookie, all right? But I want like a loaded cookie at the same time. I think that's enough nuts. So I only want like a cup of toppings, if that makes any sense. And the Heath, I do have caramel, but I found that the last time I had toffee and the caramel together, it was a bit too much. And I actually preferred the toffee with the nuts. So we're gonna go toffee today. Kitchen sink, everything. And I'm not a coconut girly. I'm not a I don't know. I'm not a coconut girl. So like I don't want like coconut in my cookies or anything. So this is like the perfect combo. Oh, you could do a little oatmeal if you're one of those. You could, you know, put a little oatmeal in there, but not me. I'm good. I like a really good kitchen sink cookie. We're just gonna go by hand like this, and we're just gonna kind of smash the dough into the ingredients and fold, not stir, but smash and fold. And you don't want to use your hands because the dough is way too soft. Like, do you see how this dough is sticking to my spatula? It's way too soft. And I definitely am not ready to put it in the oven. They would spread way too fast for my liking. And so I'm going to put this in the fridge to chill until the bowl is has cooled down, if you will. And this is a spatula technically because it has like a scooper built into it. So yeah. I gotta clean off the back. Cleaned off the front, only just stick it back in there and clean off the back. Okay. So we're just gonna scrape it down, put it back in there as much as we can. It's so sticky right now. Like, it's so sticky. So I'm gonna pop this baby in the fridge for about maybe like 20 minutes. We just want the bowl to get cool. And I was thinking about like scooping it out, but then that would just defeat the purpose because we're gonna waste half of our nice filling or dough in the scooper because we can't even clean it off the spatula. So, and we don't want to do that now, do we? No, we do not. So, I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Come back in about 20 minutes, and then we will lay it out on our cookie sheets. Meantime, in between time, we gotta clean up. We gotta keep a nice clean kitchen. Bring back all of our tidbits. Oh, let's try these. They're good. Probably could have added a few. I may add a couple pieces. I mean, because what's a cookie without caramel? What's a cookie without caramel? Oh, you know what? I may need the spatula. And are you one of those that like keeps your brown sugar in the fridge? I am. I find that it hardens if it's like sitting out. This is like the moisture and color that it be nice and soft and like malleable. So yeah. Okay, we're back. Let's move our table back into position. Okay, we're good. So we have our cookie sheets nice and ready. Let's get we're gonna go for some decent sized cookies. So this is a ice cream scooper, and it is, I'm not sure what size it is, but it's number 16. And this is the one we're going to use to scoop out and measure our cookies. And so we have our chilled dough, like so. And we are literally just going to do an assembly line. We're just going to scoop and drop and scoop and drop. And then we're going to put 2 trays in my conventional oven. It did leave a little batter, but not nearly as much as it would have had I not. Actually, I don't want to do it on here because our oven is hot. So put it right like that, because we want a decent amount of ingredients, right? And cookies make the best like dessert, little snack, a fun little treat to have around the house for the kids or you to munch on. You know, they make really good gifts. You know, what do you give a person that has everything? Something from the heart. And what's more perfect than something from the heart than something handmade and delicious and yummy? You know, that's my thought anyway. I think that's a decent amount on this one tray. So we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cookies, because we don't know how big they're gonna get. So better safe than sorry the first time, or you end up with a complete and utter mess. And we don't want that, because we know these are yummy. I do see where I didn't get it mixed well at the bottom, so I'm just gonna do a quick little fold, break up some of that clutter. It's like a big old chunk of chocolate chips just sitting in one spot. So of course, if you'd use a smaller scooper, you could get, you know, more cookies. But for right now, I think this is perfect. You always want to try to make your do it different sizes just to see how many you may get on each batch, you know, with your different scoopers. I love ice cream scoopers when baking. So I'll use it for like cupcake dough, pouring different doughs into, batters into different cupcakes. So even portion sizes, making swim biscuits, all that fun jazz. I'm just smoothing it out. And we'll probably have one more tray of cookies. So we're gonna go ahead, because I have a regular oven, nice conventional home oven, and we're gonna put one at the top, one at the bottom. Gonna set our timer for 10 minutes and let it do its thing. Let's scoop this tray so we can clean up. So if you're not like me and have multiple cookie sheets, it's okay. Do a little at a time. You could always make the dough ahead of time and freeze it. Like either put it in a like a sherbet container where you could freeze it in the freezer, and just, or if you're, you know, advanced, you could always scoop out your dough like this. Freeze the tray if you have space in a freezer, and make little balls. So then when you put it into one like Ziploc bag or something, you could go ahead and already have your cookies already scooped and sectioned off. You could put it lay it across this cookie sheet, flatten it out, chill it, cut it into the squares, chill it, and then pop that into the freezer and break those off into little squares to freeze. You could even get as fancy as using a round cookie cutter and doing that as well. So instead of making squares, do circles, if you're just one of those people. But hey, the possibilities are totally endless when it comes to cookies and the ideas. And so if your idea is to go ahead and give out some cookies for Christmas, or, you know, as gifts for the holidays, I would say go ahead and even do that. Like if you just wanted to pre-make your cookie dough, you could do this with all different types of doughs, and just go ahead and pre-freeze them and then pop them in the oven and bake them up as the time gets closer. Or if you and your family are one of those Friday night movie families and you all want something sweet, but oftentimes you just don't feel like baking on a Friday, go ahead and pre-make the dough, pop it in the oven and have it for you. Pop it in the, pop it in the freezer and have it ready for you when you need it. Just gonna get the last little tidbit and wash this while our cookies are baking in the oven. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until those come out. Okay, so we've taken our cookies out. Look at this. I do believe that they're done. I left them in for a little bit longer. Oh, the bottom charred a little bit. That's okay. We like that. It was probably some toffee. Oh, look at that. And that brown sugar didn't make a bit of a difference. Oh, look. Might make it a little bit chewier, but that's okay. Oh, those look so yum.